Okay, good morning guys. Welcome to the 8 o'clock class. So I figured the theme for today is we're going to detox the body a little bit. We're just going to wake up all the emotions, all the energies in the system and just try to detox ourselves. Okay, so we're going to start with standing. So let's come to standing this morning. So let's come to the front of your mats. Bring your big toes together, heels slightly apart. Now just roll your shoulders back. We're going to come into Samatha Thi. So palms are facing forward. Just close the eyes. Just begin to come into the breath. So as you clear the mind, start to bring awareness to the feet. Start to ground down into the earth and feel that connection that you have with the mat. Maybe rock forward and back, side to side, until you find that center of gravity, that center of balance. And as you continue to root down through all four corners of the feet, we're going to start to extend through the body. So we're going to start to lift energetically. The crown of the head is rising, the rib cage is lifting. Start to slightly engage the belly, and then very subtly just tuck in the tailbone. So just be mindful of that connection that you have with your mat. And throughout today's practice, each time you come back to your standing posture, try to return to this connection, this integrity. Gently bring your palms to prayer position. Soften through the shoulders. Open the eyes. And we'll just begin with some sun salutations. So release the arms down and inhale, big breath, reach up, fill the lungs. As you exhale, just gently fold forward as you release the breath. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. So flat back, lengthen. Exhale and fold. And we're just going to inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead. Bring the palms together. And exhale down to heart center. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Exhale down to heart center. Let's do two more of these. Inhale and reach. So find that Ujjayi breath. Exhale and fold. Begin to warm up the core. Good. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale and fold. And inhale, root to rise. Bring the palms together overhead. Fill the lungs. And exhale down to heart center. One last time. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, release the breath. Inhale, draw the crown of the head forward. Exhale and fold. And as you root down through the feet, bring your palms all the way up overhead, filling the lungs with air, releasing down to heart center. Good. Coming into sun salutation A. Inhale, palms come up overhead. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time plant your palms. Either step or hop your body back to a high plank. Exhale the breath as you lower down to chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 5 breaths in down dog. Start to energize through the back body. As you gaze back towards your feet, start to send your heels back towards the mat as you lift the pelvis and lengthen the back body. Come back to the breath for 2, for 1, and as you exhale, gaze forward and either step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold forward, and then inhale, palms come all the way up overhead. Exhaling the breath down to heart center. Inhale and reach. Exhale and fold. Good. Inhale, lengthen, send the pelvis back. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step or hop, high plank. Exhale down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Good. Inhale to upward facing dog, draw those shoulders back and down, and exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. So fingers are spread nice and wide, firmly pressing down into the mat. Start to draw your shoulders back and just feel your sternum begin to melt down towards the mat. Keeping that length and extension through the back of the legs for 2, for 1. Exhale, bend forward and step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, palms come together overhead. Big breath in. Exhale to heart center. Good. Coming into Sun Salutation B. We're going to inhale into Utkatasana chair pose. Sit back, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step or hop back, high plank. Lower down to Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Coming into Warrior One on the right side, step your right foot forward, place your left heel to the mat, and with 1 breath, inhale, bring the palms all the way up overhead, fill the lungs, and then exhale, fold forward, plant your palms, step back to high plank. Lower down to Chaturanga. Stay with the breath as you inhale into upward facing dog, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Coming into Warrior One on the left side, inhale, step that left foot forward, bring the right heel down, and inhale, 1 breath, reach up, exhale and fold, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Exhale down to Chaturanga, inhale to up dog, and exhale to down dog. 5 breaths. So find that Ujjayi breath, that constriction in the back of the throat. As we breathe deep into the body, we're creating that heat. The diaphragm is working, the lungs are filling. And with every exhale breath, we're getting rid of any toxins or anything within the body that's not serving us in today's practice. Take 1 more breath, and then exhale, bend the knees, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to Utkatasana chair pose. Once again, reach up. And then exhale, come to heart center. Let's do 1 more flow. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, fold, step or hop back. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Warrior One on the right side. Inhale, step that foot forward, plant your heel. Inhale the breath as you reach up. And exhale, fold down, step back to high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Good. Inhale, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Preparing for Warrior One on the left side. Step that foot forward. Inhale the body up for 1 breath. And exhale, fold. Step back to high plank. Exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Draw those shoulders back as you exhale to down dog. Take 5 breaths. So as you bring awareness now to your upper body, you want to feel the upper back begin to broaden. So try to roll those shoulder blades along your side ribs. And as you feel the upper body broaden through the back, open up through the chest, melt the heart for 2, for 1. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, find your halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale to Utkatasana chair pose. And then exhale to heart center. And then release the palms. Good. Inhale, this time reach up. As you exhale, fold forward, plant your palms, step or hop back to high plank. Exhale to Chaturanga. Good. Inhale to upward facing dog, and then exhale to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we're going to take our right leg back and up. So from this position here, we're going to warm up the core. We're going to gaze forward. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the body forward to high plank, and we're going to draw that right knee into the right tricep. As we exhale, we're going to extend it back. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, come forward, touch the knee, and exhale back. Last time, inhale, draw the body forward, hug for 3, for 2, and for 1. Exhale, release, and then release the hand down and the foot down, downward facing dog. Good, same thing on the opposite side. Inhale, taking that left leg back and up. Good, keeping that integrity, gaze forward, come into high plank, draw your knee into your arm for 1. Exhale, release, extend that leg back. Good. Inhale for 2. Hold the chaturanga, good. Inhale, release. Last time, bring that knee forward, hug in, hold here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Exhale, release, and gently bring your leg down to the ground, downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, bend the knees, look forward, gently step or hop. Find your halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And then inhale, palms come all the way up overhead. Exhaling down to heart center. Keeping your palms in heart center, we're going to send our hips back, coming into a modified Utkatasana. Opening up into prayer twist, take your right elbow, cross it over the left thigh bone, and then gently twist the body open, coming into prayer twist. So keep squeezing the palms together. You want to have your palms parallel with your rib cage, your breastbone. Keep gazing over that right shoulder. Now you're welcome to stay here. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, open the arms. Take that right arm up to the sky, left fingertips to the mat. For another 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Come back to heart center. Stay in prayer. And now straighten the knees. Come into a gentle forward fold. Release your head. Release your neck. Take 3 breaths here. As you soften for 2. And for 1. Good. Coming back to seated prayer twist. Bring the palms back to center. Sink your hips back. Lift up through the chest. This time, taking your left arm, we're going to cross over the right. Once again, find your seated prayer twist as you gaze over that right shoulder. And we want to make sure that our knees are parallel. If you find that your right knee is popping forward, just draw it back slightly. Bring your pelvis in line. Last couple breaths, you can open the arms up to the sky if you wish. As you sink down for another 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Come back to center and take a forward fold as you straighten the knees, palms to the mat. And now placing your palms flat on the mat, bend the knees slightly and either step or hop your body back. Find your high plank. Exhale down to chaturanga. Good. Inhale to up dog and exhale to down dog. And from downward facing dog, we're going to bend the knees, look forward, and step your body to the front of the mat. Inhale and lengthen, and exhale, fold. Root down, inhale the breath, come all the way up, fill the lungs, exhaling down to heart center. Inhale, reach, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step or hop back, high plank. Exhale to chaturanga. Good. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Good. Taking that right leg back and up. You're going to step that right foot forward this time, coming into a high lunge. So find your high lunge. Keep that back leg engaged. Good. Right knee over the front ankle. From here, take your left palm. You're going to place your left palm into the mat. Take your right thumb, just bring it into your hip crease. And first we're just going to draw that hip crease back. So as you hug that front thigh bone into the hip socket, lengthen through the body. And now as you start to twist open, gaze over your right shoulder. And now keeping that right thigh drawing back, inhale. We're going to take that right arm up overhead. And we're going to lift and lengthen through the core of the body. Good. Breathing here as you twist for another 3, for 2, and for 1. So as you release the hand now, bring the hand back to the inside of your front foot. Now take your back foot, place that heel down. This time pressing through your right palm. Inhale, we're going to twist open to the opposite direction now, bring that left hand up overhead. Finding that length. Finding that openness through the heart as you twist the body. Breathing here for another 3. For 2, root down, and 1. Exhale, release. Bring your palms down, and then gently step your front foot back. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale forward, high plank. Exhale to chaturanga, lower down. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Come forward and through to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Good. Coming into runner's lunge on the opposite side. We're going to take that left leg back. As you exhale, step it forward and through. Good. So rooting down now, square the hips. Press into the mat with your right palm. Take your left hand to your left hip crease to start. Hug that thigh bone back. As you hug the left thigh back, start to draw the right hip forward. And then inhale, start to roll the body open. Gaze over that left arm. And then inhale, reach up to the sky. Good. Lift and lengthen. If your back knee is dropping, lift it up. Keep that integrity for 2. For 1. Exhale, release. Bring that front palm now to the inside of your foot. Take your back heel down to the mat. And now pressing through your left palm, inhale as you gaze over the right shoulder, opening the body up. Now lift from the side ribs if you're collapsing. Start to draw your ribs forward and up as you twist, creating length through the body for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Exhale, release. Palms come down. Lift your back heel up as you step back into downward facing dog. Good. You can either stay in down dog for 5 breaths, or if you want to do an optional flow, inhale to high plank. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Good. From downward facing dog, we're going to take that right leg back and up. This time we're going to gaze forward. We're going to bring that arm forward and through, touching the right knee to the right arm, for 1. Exhale, take it back. This time draw the knee into center. As you round the back, tuck the chin. Good. Inhale, take it back. Last time, take that right knee over to your left arm. You're going to twist the body open. Now extend that right leg out to the side. Take the weight into your right hand. Inhale, open the body up as you reach. Holding here, draw those right toes back towards the chest, and then lift and lengthen the body as you open up for 3, for 2, and for 1. Exhale, release. Place your palm back, stepping back. Take the leg up behind you, and gently release down to downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. Good. Another 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, take that left leg up. Good. So gazing forward, we're taking the left knee to the left tricep for 1. Hug it in. Inhale, extend back. As you exhale, this time come forward, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Last time, bring that leg across the body to your right arm. Extend that left leg out. Take the weight into your left arm, and then inhale, reach up with the right. So lift, lengthen, open up that heart. Breathing here for another 3, for 2, good, and for 1. Exhale, release. Come back to downward facing dog. And then gently bring your knees down to the mat. Let's take a few breaths in child's pose. So big toes are together. Take your knees mat width apart. And then just release the head down as you extend the arms forward. Breathing here. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Good. So from child's position here, you're going to press through your right palm. And as you lift that shoulder up slightly, you're going to take your left hand and you're going to thread the needle. So you're going to thread that left arm underneath the right, left palm facing up. Bring your left shoulder to the mat. And as you sink nice and low, begin to open up. So gaze under your right armpit. Twist the body open. And then extend through that left arm. Good. Take 3 more breaths here. Exhale, slowly release. Bring that arm back and through. Come back to child's. Reach the arms out for 1 extension. And then as you exhale, this time pressing through your left palm, take your right hand, thread the right hand forward and through, coming down to rest on your right shoulder. And then gently press through your left palm, and as you roll that left shoulder open, gaze for another 3, for 2, and for 1. Exhale, release, come back to child's pose. Two more breaths. On the next inhale, slowly curl your back toes under. Press your palms into the mat. Find your way back to downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, we're going to transition into warrior 1. We're going to take that right leg back and up. And then exhale, step it forward and through. Bring that left heel down to the mat. Square the pelvis. And then inhale, lift and lengthen as you bring your arms all the way up. Take the gaze up. Find your warrior 1. So really root down now. That back heel is rooting down, that front knee is bent. Right hip is drawing back, and we're shining bright through the chest. Good. From warrior 1, we're going to transition into waterfall warrior. So we're going to take our arms, we're going to bring them behind the back, and we're going to interlace the fingers. Good. Roll the shoulders back. And as you send your knuckles towards the floor, we're going to inhale deeply into the chest. And as you exhale, fold forward, bringing your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Take those interlaced hands over the back. As you release down. So keep that connection with the mat. Just like we started out in today's practice, root down through the feet. Take 1 more breath. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. We're going to do a second set. Keep the hands interlaced. Reset your shoulders, maybe roll them back. And then exhale, fold forward once again. So think of working those interlaced fingers over your back towards the wall in front of you for another 3, for 2, good. And for 1, exhale, release, come all the way up to standing. You're going to release those hands, and then inhale, come back to your warrior, take 1 breath, reach up. exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot back. Find your downward facing dog. And breathe here. Optional flow if you like. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. From downward facing dog, inhale the left leg back. Coming into warrior one on the left, step it forward and through, root down, inhale. Arms come right up overhead. So now engage through the hands. Spread those fingers nice and wide. If you're hunching the shoulders, just gently draw the shoulders back and down. Roll the baby fingers inward slightly. And then lift up through the heart. Keeping that integrity in your legs, bring the hands behind your back, coming into Waterfall Warrior. So first, roll the shoulders back, open up through the chest. Exhale the breath as you fold forward. So think of bringing that left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. And then lengthen here for 3, 2, and 1. As you inhale the breath, come up to standing. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, and then exhale, second set. Fold forward, release the breath, and soften into this for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Inhale, come back up to standing. Gently unclasp your hands, come back to your warrior one. Reset that alignment, square the hips. And as you exhale the breath, bring your palms down, step your left foot back. Downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, let's take this into dolphin pose. So we're just going to gently bring our forearms down to the mat. And then we're going to interlace our hands. So bring the hands together. Your elbows should be shoulder width. And then gently walk your feet forward slightly. Good. From here now, keeping that integrity through the shoulders, we're going to inhale, we're going to take that right leg back, lift it up. And now gazing forward, as you exhale the breath, draw your chest toward your knuckles, keeping that leg lifted. And then as you exhale, send the hips back and up. 2 more. Exhale forward, lengthen, and push back. Last one. Exhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. Release that right leg down. Good. Reset your dolphin. Same thing on the opposite side. We're going to take that left leg up. Exhale, come forward for 1. Send it back. For 2. Back. Last time. 3. Hug everything into center. Extend that back. Release that leg down. And then gently bring your knees to the mat. Let's take child's pose. Walk the arms forward. And just soften into the mat. If you've lost the breath, come back to the breath. Inhale through the nose, deep. And then as you exhale, soften the body. The breath helps to regulate everything within our practice. As you slow the breath, you start to slow the pulse rate, and you also begin to quiet the mind, bringing your focus back to the practice. Take 3 more deep breaths. On the next inhale, slowly make your way back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward and through. Coming into runner's lunge. From here, bring the palms up to prayer. Staying nice and low. This time we're going to take that left elbow. We're going to cross over the right leg. Twist open. Reach. So again, we're hugging the thighs together. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Good, come back to center. Now, bring the arms right up overhead. This time now, we're going to send that left arm forward, take the right arm back, twisting once again. This time we're keeping our chest open as we gaze over our right shoulder. Find that twist through the midsection. 3. 2. Just come back just a bit this way, nice. And for 1, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your palms down to the mat. Step your foot back. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale the left leg back. Step it forward and through. Runner's lunge. Inhale, bring your palms to prayer. Draw those shoulders back, open up the heart. Without rounding the back, exhale, let's cross over. Right elbow over left thigh. Good. So gaze up over your left shoulder. Wherever the eyes go, the body will tend to follow. This will help deepen your twist. For another 3. For 2. And for 1. Exhale, come back to prayer. This time bring the arms up. And coming into a twist now, you're going to send your left arm back, send your right arm forward. Start to twist your body open now. Gaze over that left shoulder. And if you notice if your body is sort of folding forward, see if you can draw those shoulders back so they stack over your hips. Good. Just turn your palm out this way. That's it. 3. 2. And 1. Exhale, come back to center. Take 1 breath, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Step back to downward facing dog. Good. And from downward facing dog, we're going to bend the knees, gaze forward, step or hop. Find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, root to rise. Bring the palms all the way up overhead. From here, we're going to come right into eagle. As we exhale the breath, take your right arm under your left. Wrap the palms around. So either bring your palms to your forearm or maybe palms to palm. Now lift your elbows so they're shoulder height. Keeping that integrity now, bend the knees, sit back. Keeping your heart lifted, pick up your right leg. Cross it over the left. Good, proud eagles. Sitting up nice and tall, squeeze everything together. Now you're welcome to stay here. If you want to come into crouching eagle, slowly start to fold forward, bringing your elbow to your front knee. Keeping that engagement through the core. Hold here for 3. Very nice. For 2. And for 1, slowly with control, bring your body back up to center. And then exhale, uncross the legs, uncross the arms. Reach up overhead, fill the lungs. Exhale down to heart center. Coming into eagle on the opposite side. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time as you exhale, crossing the left under the right, wrapping the palms around and together. Good. Squeezing those forearms together, lift your elbows, sink your hips back. And when you're ready, let's pick up that left leg, gently wrap it over the right. Maybe taking that left foot and wrapping it behind the right calf muscle if that's accessible. Now hug everything in together. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the arms, lift the chest. Crouching eagles, you're welcome to come into that posture now. With control. Stay with the breath for 3, for 2, and for 1. Slower than you want to. Bring your body back up to center. And then gently release. Bring the palms all the way up overhead. One last breath. Fill the lungs. Exhale down to heart center. Good. We're going to do one more sun series down to the mat. So let's inhale, bring the palms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step or hop back. High plank. Slowly lower down to chaturanga for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sorry, just stay on your stomachs. We're just going to relax here. Good. Just walk your arms out in front. Take the tops of the feet, press them into the mat, walk the fingertips forward, and just lengthen the body. Breathe deep into the back. 2 more breaths. Good, and as you exhale, let your shoulder blades roll open for 1 more breath. And as you exhale, bring the palms back beside the side ribs. Curl the back toes under, hug your elbows in, and then slowly press the body back up to a high plank. And then exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Good. Coming into pigeon pose, we're going to take our right leg back and up. And as you gaze forward, send that right knee forward and through, and you're going to place that right knee to the outside of your right wrist. So we want that knee wider than our rib cage. Now just look over your left shoulder. Maybe walk that left leg back slightly. And then just allow your right hip to come to rest on the mat. If your hips are really open, you can pick up that front thigh or front calf muscle and just bring it forward so your shin bone is parallel. Flex that front foot. And now walk your hands back, lifting up through the heart. Good. You can stay right here, or maybe bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. And as you roll the shoulders back, lift up. Keep hugging that right thigh back for 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly release your hands. Gently start to walk the hands forward. Coming down onto your forearms. And then maybe just allowing your head to come to rest, either on your palms, on a block. And then just soften here. So just begin to scan your body. Just be mindful of where you're holding on to any tension, any stress. For most of us, it may be our right hip, but it could be our shoulders, our back, our glutes. Just wherever that may be for you today, breathe into that tension. Direct the breath to the areas of the body that's not releasing. And then as you softly exhale, let the breath leave your body and let it take with it anything that's not serving you. Okay, pigeon pose is about surrendering. And when I say surrender, I don't mean surrender as to give up. I mean it's surrendering into a higher power. It's just allowing your body to completely release. We're going to take 5 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, very slowly, start to make your way back up. Curl your back toe under. And as you slowly lift your right hip, just step back into a downward facing dog. Just take your time and just take a few moments here to walk out that right hip. So just do whatever your body needs to do to bring that natural state back into your system. And now from downward facing dog, preparing to come into pigeon on the opposite side, we're going to take our left leg back, look forward, and slowly bring that left knee to the outside of your left wrist. Good, square the hips. Maybe walk that right leg back a couple inches. And then just see if you can allow that left hip to slowly release down towards the mat. Good. Walk your palms back beside your pelvis. And as you lift the chest, maybe take the hands behind the back if that's accessible today. Listen to your body. Don't take it anywhere it doesn't want to go. So stay in this position as long as you feel you need to, and then when you're ready to slowly start to come forward, on your own time, gently walk your hands forward, eventually letting your forehead come to rest. Just draw this back slightly. Good. Just going to place this right here, just to help. That's it. Take 5 more breaths. On the next inhale, slowly start to bring your body back up to center. If you have a block under your hip, just remove the block. And in this time, instead of coming to downward facing dog, we're just going to roll over onto our left hip and we're going to send our right leg forward. And then we're going to straighten both legs. And then just take a moment, just shake it off. Let that left hip release. So from here, you're going to take your left leg. We're going to take our left leg out about 45 degrees. We're going to pick up the sole of the right foot, and we're going to draw that right foot into our left hip crease. Good. So we're going to root down through those sitting bones, staying nice and secure here. We're going to take our left fingers, and we're going to grab hold of our left big toe. If that's not accessible, you can grab the ankle, or if you have a strap, you can use a strap. Okay, so from here, we're going to inwardly rotate that left arm. We're going to start to let that left elbow drop to the inside of the left knee. Take the right hand behind the head. Start to gaze over your right shoulder. Keeping the length in the spine, we're going to open the chest, and then as we exhale, we're going to start to draw the left rib cage down towards the left front thigh bone. So this is a twist and a forward fold. With every exhale, see if you can draw your chest a little bit closer toward your thigh. With every inhale, you're going to twist a little bit deeper. If you find this stretch fairly easy, you can take your hand, grab hold of your actual foot, and just start to draw your chest a little bit closer. Keep gazing up towards the sky. And then if you'd like to, you can take your right hand, reach over your head, and bring it toward your left toes. And breathe here for another 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Slowly gaze down towards the mat and then gently roll your spine back up to center. Good. Let's extend that right leg out. Bring your left leg back in. Just bend the knees, shake it off. And we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So we're going to send our right leg out this time. Picking up that left foot, draw the left foot in. So first, root down through your sitting bones. Okay, we're going to draw that right thigh back, externally rotate the left thigh, and then reach forward, grab hold of your big toe, your ankle. And as you start to roll the body open, let that right elbow bend down to the inside of the knee. Place the left hand to the back of the head. And now as you move with the breath, slowly start to fold forward. Exhale, release forward. Inhale, twist open. So at no point during this posture should you be static. You're either releasing forward a little bit or you're inhaling and twisting. If you'd like to, you can take that left hand, reach it over toward your front toes. But don't lose that twist. If you find that you start to twist forward, draw that left shoulder back. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Slowly release. Gaze down towards the mat. Bring your spine up the center and extend both legs forward. Good. Shake them out. So coming into Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose, just bring the soles of the feet together. But we want to keep our heels about 1.5 feet away from our groin. So you want to just form a nice diamond shape with your legs. So a couple variations here. You can either just grab hold of your ankles and gently draw your chest forward, or you can take your arms, just thread them underneath of your shin bones, and then bring the tops of your hands to rest on the top of the feet. Pressing everything together, let your knees begin to roll open, and then gently draw the crown of the head towards the heels. And then just slowly release here. Soften with the release of the breath. Eventually, one day, maybe your forehead will come to touch with the heels. Take 3 more breaths. And then on the next exhale, gently release. Start to roll your spine back up to center. Good. Just take your hands, grab the outside of your knees, and just gently fold them up like a book. Good. Walk your heels back toward your pelvis. Give your body a nice hug as you wrap around your shin bones. Squeeze everything in. And then gently just come to roll down onto your back, coming to rest on the mat. Good. Bring your hands into cactus. Now extend your left leg forward, keeping your right knee bent. We're going to take our left hand, take it to the outside of your right knee, and then gently guide that right knee over towards the left as you now extend your right arm out to the side, coming into a gentle spinal twist. So as you twist the body, keep that right shoulder blade pinned to the mat. You should feel a nice twist in your lower back and pelvis. So breathe here for another 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Release, come back to center. Now just interlace your hands on the front of your right shin and just draw that right knee back. Keep your left foot engaged, so draw those left toes back. And as you lengthen through the spine, keep hugging that right thigh bone. Breathing here for another 3 breaths. For 2, and for 1. Good. Just gently extend your right leg up. Grab hold the back of your hamstrings and gently just draw that leg towards the chest. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the back of the leg and just slowly, just allow that leg to float down towards the mat. Good. We're going to bend the left knee this time. Taking the right palm, gently guide the knee over to the side as you take the gaze over the left. Stay rooted down through the upper back. On the next exhale, slowly release. Bring that left knee back to center. This time with your opposite grip, grab hold of that front shin bone and start to draw the knee in towards the chest, keeping that right leg engaged, and then finding that length through the back body. So we want all our vertebrae pressing down into the mat. Last couple breaths, hug everything into center. Compress all the organs on the left side of the body. And as you release the breath, gently extend that left leg up overhead. Interlace your hands on the back of that calf or the back of the hamstring. And gently draw the leg in towards the chest. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Gently release the leg and just allow it to float down to the mat. Close the eyes and then very gently come into your Shavasana. So walking the feet a little bit wider than the hips. Just let all engagement release. So as you bring awareness to the pelvis, just soften through the pelvis, through the glutes, through the thighs. Just allow your legs to gently roll open to the outside of the body. Soften through the face, through the jaw. If you're clenching your teeth, just allow the teeth to gently come apart. And if you notice that your tongue is pressing up against the roof of the mouth, just gently allow that to roll back. So just bring your awareness to the breath and to the body. Let go of any thoughts or any emotions that might be present. As you begin to deepen the breath, just allow your awareness to return back to the room, back to the physical body. Start to feel the rib cage expand with each inhale. Feel the lungs fill. And just allow your back body to become heavy as you soften with each exhale. On your next inhale breath, draw your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your hands and your arms around your shin bones. Round your back, give yourself a big hug. And then on your own time, just gently roll over to one side and make your way up to a comfortable cross-leg position on the mat. Just bring your palms to heart center. Just close the eyes, bow forward. So thank you all for coming out this morning, for sharing in today's practice. Bring your palms to your third eye, center of the forehead. Let's all bow together, closing today's class. Namaste.